Welcome to part 2 of my California nostalgia trip. And now we're in Monterey, and this is the Becky Higgins Project Life. Now this is where we really get nostalgic because we were here for 3 days, and this is where I lived there for a year and a half, and my friend lived for a year, and we went through a lot together, and yeah, this is where it all started, the friendships all started. So this is a really bad picture of us, and this is at Lover's Point in Pacific Grove. And our first stop in Monterey is there's a running trail that runs down to Lover's Point. So you run down the hill from DLI, down the hill along the ocean, and then you run back, and then you run back up the hill. And we did this for our physical training like many days a week, like 3 days a week probably, for like a year. So the first thing we do is that's where we wanted to go because we've had lots of class parties there, and we spent a lot of time running there. And guess what? We saw a bunch of people in army t-shirts running, doing the same thing we did, and we had a laugh and we yelled, "Hey, we used to do that 25 years ago," and kind of gave us a look like, "Yeah, right, lady, all these young guys." Anyway, there's one of those Mama Elephant stamps. And so then I just used Amy Tan. There's more of that Creative Memories paper, the stamp from the Freckle font. These arrows are from Heidi Swapp and the Bella Boulevard. And then Lois wanted to take a picture out on the rocks. I have a picture of my daughter Brianna doing that. And then here's the picture of me sitting on this wall. I have a picture of me, I have to find it, me with a bunch of people sitting on that wall. So I had to recreate that photo. And then next, we took a little road trip down to Big Sur. So here's where I started layering up some stuff. This is Chic Tags, Heidi Swapp. This is Ocean Melody. And here's the edge of that Amy Tan paper. And I like the pink arrow on the bottom, so I kind of cut it kind of funky. And then more of those Heidi Swapp cards. Big Sur is beautiful. So we drove down to Big Sur. And here, I didn't want to show the other side of the branding strips, so I used that washi. And I layered up all of those vellum Polaroids. I'm using this little yellow clip to keep it in. Are We There Yet? And Journey. This is from the Solstice, and that's from Life in Bits and Pieces, I think. And then I had one with a gas cap and a little vellum tag. And here's one of the cut-aparts and a gold clip. Yeah, Big Sur is just really pretty. And then I try to use some of the cards. And here's the Bixby Bridge. And I have a picture of me with a bunch of friends at the Bixby Bridge. So I had to take another photo I had to take and recreate. So I just used more of those gold Solstice. So loving the sunshine because my last picture with that was all foggy. Have to see if I can find that picture. And then this one I kind of just is very minimally embellished. Just some pictures of some cards and more pictures of Big Sur. And then this is Carmel, where I spent a lot of time. I used to get taken on dates down to Carmel, and I had a crush on this one guy, and he took me down to the beach in Carmel and kissed me for the first time, but that didn't last very long. I think after the kiss, that was it. It was over. So, kind of ruined that. Anyway, I had like this big vellum envelope from that label set I showed you earlier, and I stuck a card in, and we took pictures of our feet in the sand, and this is a vellum heart piece, and I put it around my footprint, and some labels, and the cork, and the little stars, and these little vellum strips from that Freckled Fawn, and some of the label, or not labels, the vellum from the kit, the Ocean Melody, And this one, I believe, is Chic Tags, the paper. But I liked that. And then just a little Instagram of the beach. And some tags and some hearts. And I really like this one. That's I Can't Get Enough of the Glistening Waves. And it's on this vellum on top of yellow. And then this is old Disney vellum. And then I've got vellum stickers and some labels. And just a picture of the beach. And here's some more photos of me, photos of Carolyn, photos of Lois, photos of our feet in the sand, Polaroids, stickers, stars. Not much to say about that. And here we're going down to Cannery Row, where we spent a lot of time too. Just some pictures of the ocean, and there's some cards and some labels. And I used some of the Chic Tags and the labels. The vellum labels from the cut apart. And just Cannery Row, where we spent a lot of time. And then, again, more of those tags, some enamel dots. My girlfriend wanted to take a picture of this statue because she has a picture with that statue, and by the look on her face, you would think, oh my gosh, she was not happy about that, but it was her idea. Every picture, she's not smiling. So here's a seagull. Here's El Torito's, where I drink a lot of strawberry margaritas. And then Monterey's kind of known for its authors, especially Steinbeck. So there's our picture with Steinbeck. And then this is a new statue that was built in 2010, I think. So this is long after our time. My last visit to Monterey was in 2009 before this. So then this page is just kind of odd. It was blank. It didn't really fit in anything. So I just took a big sheet of that Chamel paper. I used the envelopes to tuck those tags in, and then I just made some clusters with the flare and a label and some, whatchamacallit, washi. And then this one I used a frame, and then this one I used the Chic Tags. And then I had a map of San Francisco that I cut out, like, the places that we were kind of hanging out. So this one's kind of out of order. And this is the hotel that we stayed in. So it's kind of out of order, but oh well. I'm not really that picky about it. And then this is the Monterey Bay Aquarium. People that know me know how much I love me some penguins. So I had to go down and see the penguin feeding. So this is on the outside of the exhibit, and then there's the African penguins getting a little snack. And this, I didn't have a whole lot left, so I used a high swap, I used some gold, I used a card, I used some washi, this is scrap, and some Heidi Swap gold stars. Here's just some pictures inside the aquarium. So I have a sticker, I have chipboard, washi, and some enamel dots. And then the same, pretty much the same thing here. And then here's Fisherman's Wharf. That's another place we hung out, and we got taken on dates a lot. So I just, hello summer, I just did a mishmash of stickers. A lot of the solstice ones in there. Check this out. So pictures of, you know, the end of the wharf. And we really were, excuse me, jonesing for some clam chowder, because they serve it to you with every meal down there. So I had to have a cup of clam chowder. Sorry about my tongue here. It's on vacation. And then we were sitting in the restaurant, and we could see these like cute pelicans hanging out. They're huge. So then I just used that Ocean Melodies paper and some navy, and some of the solstice, and then some of these stickers from that Ocean Melody and the pelicans. And here I was looking for sea otters because there used to be a place where you could stop and park and watch the waves crash up. And a lot of times if a guy was interested in you, he would take you to dinner on the wharf, and then you drive over to the other place and you sit and watch the waves crash. Well, you can't really do that anymore. But in that place, there used to be all these sea otters in the tidal pools, and I didn't see any. But there were 2 in the wharf, so I was pretty happy about that. And then the sea lions, 'cause as I said before, we would get serenaded by the sea lions every morning with the arf, 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 arf. So then this is just a mix of the Ocean Melody cards and the Heidi Swap. And there I did some stamping. And here's a little wood veneer. And then that kind of goes on to here, where there's a whole bunch of sea lions hiding in here. So I used the frame and I used some wood veneers. And I really didn't have too much to say because it's just sea lions. So there's a bunch there, more sea otters. Happy, some stamping, and some washi, and a little bit of that paper that matched the other side. And then DLI is now a closed post, so we probably could have gone on if we wanted to, but I mean, really, what were we gonna do? Look at the buildings we lived at? Who cares, right? Look at the building we went to school at? Who cares? Most of our memories are in the town itself. So this is Defense Language Institute here. Here's the sign. Here's a sign for the gate. My friend took another picture of the main gate, and if she ever sends it to me, I will replace it, but I've just got that Project Life card for now. And then, so we kind of drove around the outside of the post, and we kind of peeked in a little bit and saw the buildings, and that was enough for us. This was like our last day. And then we went to this place. We used to get subs here, and I remember the first time I went here was on a date. And it was a second date with this guy, and we were going to get sandwiches for a picnic. And I was shocked and appalled that he made me buy my own sandwich for the picnic. So I had a little laugh about that. And you get a half, because look how huge that half is. So there we are in front of the restaurant. We were driving around, and we saw it, and we slammed on our brakes and pulled in there. There's not very much space to pull in, but we had to get one. And then we took that back to our hotel in San Francisco for the night. So that is that. And then on the way back up to San Francisco, before we were leaving, we stopped at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, which was another place that we got taken on dates. And I remember the first time I got taken there on a date, I thought we were just friends, and we hung out all day, and we went to the boardwalk, and we had a good time. And then when we got back, he said, "Oh, can I kiss you?" I thought, "Oh, crap." This guy liked me, so I wasn't too bright, but that was when I first got there. So, anyway, I got some paper bags. I've got those blue paper clips. This was from a Freckle Fawn kit. This was Maggie Holmes, those Pure Frames, some cassette tapes, and yeah, this is just that Ocean Melody. But there I am, and there's the boardwalk. And then this is the last page. This is Maggie Holmes paper, and I used the Cardabella to frame it up. The washi, the polka dot washi. There's some vellum here and some odds and ends and some paper, and that's where I used a lot of this Authentique. And then also I used that stamp, and then some more stamping, paper clip, because that's pretty much it. A photo of the last day, last morning in California, in the bay there, outside the hotel. It's not very pretty. It's kind of by the airport, but it was a great trip. I had a lot of fun reminiscing with my friends and seeing all the old places and sharing it with a person that I shared it with, my roommate and still my best friend, Carolyn. So I thank you for watching. I appreciate the time you took to watch it, and I hope it inspires you to create your own travel album or another album with some pocket pages and some regular pages. I guess that's it for now. I will talk to you again next time. Bye.